Hello and welcome, everyone. No, my thing isn't lighting up. Jim's did. Mine didn't.
Oh no.
Hang on. Here we go.
No.
Hang on.
Okay.
Come on. I know it's going to cut me out if I don't wait for it to start. Please, everyone. There we go. Hello and welcome, everyone, back to the Dumbass class with me, the Dyslexic Gamer, and my players as always. And apologies for the squeaky chair. It squeaks. Get used to it. I'll try not to move. Yes, welcome back to the Rogue Trader game, where in the last episode, our group of adventurers had kidnapped a man, a fanatic, for eavesdropping. They had brought him back to Izmir. They had fed him some hallucinogenic drugs and began questioning him. We then move forwards in chronomic timeline to where the group returned to Izmir and did some training with their men and officers, Anus and the Timers, and Cooney had done some training with the Izmirian militia. However, after my explanation, we now have to go back in time because technically the group are still in they're still questioning the prisoner. Also, the mechanics, the tech priest, and Cray did some work on the sky chicken. So, just quickly, did anyone think of some questions that they wanted to ask the fanatic, who is currently in a medical-induced hallucination?
I'm gonna be honest. I had tests, and I'll have more tests. So no.
I've had a lot of work to do. I have not had chance to think. I just kind of been thinking this guy's an asshole.
Hey,
that's completely fair.
Do you still want him alive, buddy?
I mean, that was the initial idea, was we were going to give him over to Cray to make him into a servitor, but I don't think Cray wants to do is make him a servitor anymore.
I mean, would he be useful as a servitor?
Any meat sack
is
is
he
useful.
Is he useless as a fanatic?
I mean, he could, I don't know, pass the butter or, move trash.
Pass the butter.
So it's entirely up to you what you want to do with this technically loyal servant of the God Emperor. Cray, there is a button there that says organ harvesting. You don't have that many organs in storage in case anyone did get seriously hurt.
I don't.
Not gonna lie, you've got a point.
I don't think those organs would fit on me, but you do have a good point.
You never know. Anus may get hurt one day and he may need a new lung.
No, we don't care about Anus that much.
Anus, no!
How dare you don't care about Anus? We all care about Anus.
I mean, care about a different type of Anus, but okay.
I guarantee he will be the first fan art we get. It may take a while. Someone's just going to take a photo of an anus, just put some eyes and a mouth on it. You said he had wrinkly skin. Leathery, but you know.
Ugh.
So then, yeah, really the decision then, if you've got no more questions to ask him, is are you going to hold him as a prisoner, which means he's going to have to go back to Izmir and the Izmirians will look after him? Or are you going to harvest his organs? Or technically you could just let him go and say it was a big misunderstanding. I wouldn't recommend that, but you can.
I'm going to be completely honest.
No.
Hell no to that.
I mean, I'm debating the organ harvesting of the servitorization.
Look, I'm good for either harvesting or servitorization because out of character, because those two are, probably the best ones.
I'm inclined to the harvesting because it seems like it will be the most efficient.
And the button is pressed as his eyes go wide and the machine releases its mechadendrites and surgical implements, and slowly you see his eyes bulge. Fear wraps his core.
Hang on. He is currently high as a kite, right?
Well, he's hallucinating, which is a kind of truth serum hallucination. But once the scalpel starts cutting him down the midriff and his ribs crack open and he goes into shock and passes out.
I mean, do you know if the hallucinogenic has any opioid, functionality?
It doesn't.
You might
It
not
doesn't.
be feeling anything.
The option was there.
You
I'm
might be
sure.
watching.
I'm sure Cray saw the option for anesthetic and went no. Fuck you.
It's not worth it.
That's a limited resource, and you're not valuable enough. So you have a set of organs that are being kept in cryostasis for when you eventually get severely wounded.
Would the hallucination made it worse or more palatable to be harvested? If it would have made it more palatable, I probably would have waited.
I imagine
action on it.
I imagine it's making it a bit worse because imagine it's making it a bit worse because if you imagine like a mechadendrites, they're already kind of terrifying, with scalpels, buzzsaws, and clamps, but he's probably imagining like demons and things coming down and cutting him open, and all the nasty stuff that Odleth has told him that he should be worried about. As you're all kind of stood over watching him, maybe you guys turn into demons.
I didn't watching this. I'm going out. Fuck this. I'm having a low stick.
I mean, I'm also tempted if I should get my second billful eye in my head.
Oh my god.
That is indeed an option. I mean, if I'm allowed to stay, I guess I'll take this as a moment to study more, of the human body.
So
You're allowed to stay.
anyone
who
so I'm guessing it's going to be Cray and Cooney who are gonna like take an interest in the medical facets of what's going on as Heinrich steps out to have a low stick. Maybe you can just hear the screams coming from in the cave, Heinrich. So Cooney and Cray, do either of you have jaded?
I think I got jaded a little while ago.
I would double check that you have jaded. If you have jaded, you're fine. If you don't, I'm gonna need a willpower test.
I mean, shouldn't we have shaded by now?
It depends if you bought it.
I'm
You have
pretty
enough
sure I would have-
XP to buy it. And that's not the XP cost isn't,
Oh, I do have jaded.
I think I have jaded. The thing is, jaded is it takes a little bit to get jaded, as they tell. But I think I'm already far ahead enough that I have jaded.
Well, so essentially, jaded is for straight up mundane horrors, like watching someone being harvested for their organs whilst they're still alive and awake and screaming. Yeah, I would count that as mundane. So if you have got jaded, you don't need to do a willpower test. But if you
That's a
haven't,
very everyday occurrence.
No. I get that. It's not that one. Yeah, I do have jaded. I have jaded. It's not that the thing is, I think I got jaded at like rank 4 or instead of like the rank 2 or 3 that a regular human fighter would get. I forgot the name of the human. The human one I was when I first played Rogue Trader.
you weren't huge. Oh, hang on, wait. Do you mean the first guy? I was going to say you were Dark Elder. You must have been born with jaded.
No.
You mean the very first game we played?
The very first game, yeah.
Like the fucking.
The one where I actually liked the Elder too, and we had the
I
Exodite.
thought I found like a huge scab or something growing on my person. I was like, oh my god, what is that? And no, it's my t-shirt underneath my shirt has a thing on it.
Jeez.
I was like, what the fuck is that under my armpit? What the?
Question,
Oh my God.
how much is it for the talent outside of your advances?
What was that, Abby?
I
much
believe
is it for
it's
the talent
600. I believe it's done at the most expensive for a skill or talent.
It's twice the amount it normally would cost.
So 400.
Do you not have jaded?
Or
I do not have jaded in my advanced track.
Oh, really?
Do you?
the tech priest doesn't get jaded. Are you serious?
The fact that
Yes.
the tech priest doesn't get jaded is very weird to me.
Remember,
Like,
this
extremely
is first edition. This is before a lot of the other.
No,
But yeah, I
no,
find that fucking really
get that.
bizarre.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
I get it, it's
I'm
the
just saying
first, but yeah, that's really bizarre because I would again, Dark Elder and Tech Priests, I would have thought get born with jaded for all the shit they've
No,
seen.
Dark Eldar does.
Dark Elder do have it. Dark Elder do have it.
You're an
No,
explo-
Dark Elder don't only have that; they kind of need that to survive.
Yeah,
Yeah. Imagine a
Like-
non-jaded Dark Eldar.
Yeah, like you're just crying while you're killing people and vomiting because you have to eat.
I imagine
too
they're
busy-
completely insane. Like, absolutely, completely, they lost the plot because of all the
the
shit
thing
they've
is-
seen.
The thing is, the Drukhari kind of live with that kind of shit daily. They grow up having to be revived from like, I don't know, the toenail that is left when they're killed. So
Well, it's also it's a weird one if you're technically a true-born Drukhari, which are incredibly rare, or if you're a clone, or is it? Well, clone isn't really they're synthetically made, you know.
I'd have to recheck it, but like the ones that are born after the schism, I think that they're all weaker and they're seen as not noble. But
Yeah,
like
to be a true-born Drukhari, you have to come from a noble family. You have to come from a noble Qatar. Qatar, not Qatar.
Qatar?
What are their factions?
Cabal?
Cabal, that's the one.
Cabal?
Cabal. You have to come from a Cabal, and they're incredibly rare because genuinely Drukhari don't want to raise children. Normally they just get them out of a Vita womb and chuck them into the slums and hope that something comes out of, in a decade or two.
I know.
So
Sorry,
Craig, are you buying Jaded?
Yeah, I bought jaded.
Okay.
Albie, I was just about to say, what's your insanity at the moment, if you have any? Because you can
Yeah, if you're insane, it doesn't affect you.
ignore-
I have 16 insanity points.
Okay, so if this is the equivalent of Fear 1, you're immune to it, basically.
Yeah.
Also, I do not have to buy it.
You don't have to, but it will help you in future endeavors. Because I will do like in Oni War, I'll give you a +10 to resisting fear if you have jaded, and then you get a +10 for every level of insanity that you are. So for you, it would be a +20 if you come up against a demonic horror, for example. That's pretty useful.
Okay.
Jaded's always a good one to have. I mean, I think all my characters I've bought jaded no matter how expensive it was.
It is very good. It's just a case
always
of
have
I think I delayed buying it because it was a case of like it even says like in the little blurb for it, like your character becomes more cold and whatever. It's like do I want it for manic reasons?
I don't think Jaded is that one. I think you're confusing it with a different one.
No, it is.
Is it?
It is, yes.
Jaded's-
Cold-hearted is in the Oni War books and stuff, but in Rogue Trader, it's also jaded.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
because I remember at least the Dark Heresy Jaded didn't have that blurb because I remember one was like you basically stopped having any emotional attachment to people, and I was like, no, I don't think I want to get this one. I can
that's,
deal with not being immune.
It's cold-hearted. I think it was.
Yeah.
I mean, it also makes you immune to being like
That's what Gear had in Oni War. That's that character creation, cold-hearted.
yes.
Kalidra had Cold-hearted. She also had Dark Soul, I think.
Yes, I have.
How much of
I think I have Dark Soul. No, I don't have Dark Soul. I could have bought Dark Soul. I didn't get it. I have Decadence.
Great game.
So, as Heinrich leaves to have his smoke, the other two watch as the dude gets chopped up.
Actually, can I do something? Can I roll my hold on, I forgot the name of the thing. Can I roll my Medicaid to see how much I will be learning from this?
Can I roll my Medicaid to see how much I can dish him?
Apparently, I have a plus 25 to Medicaid. Why do I have a plus 25 to Medicaid?
You might have some equipment that gives you an extra +5.
Plus 25?
No, +5, because you might have 2 ticks in it, which would give you the +20, and the 5 would be from an item.
No, I have a modifier of plus 25. I need to check this. Hold on.
Yeah, unless you have like surgical tools or something to give you that +5, I don't know where it would come from.
It might be a plus 20 from the thingy to identify diseases. Hold on.
But yeah, so Cray, you can roll Medicaid with a -20 because you're teaching. And Cooney, you can roll Medicaid with a. So it would be it would be a -20 because it's a Xenos. Depending on how well Cray does, will depend on your negative. So if we get Cray's first.
I do have a plus 25 to Medicaid and diagnostics because I have an Architect diagnoster.
Oh yeah.
Can I use the special use diagnosis or none of them?
It would just be the Medicaid one. It wouldn't be the diagnosis. It wouldn't be. It would basically come out as the same. So Cooney, you can roll a Medicaid with a -10. However,
Okay.
yeah, it's with a -10 if you. Just thinking if you could use. I would say you can't use your diagnoster because this is a visual watching. You know, Cray's going right. These are the 2 lungs. This is the heart. He's pointing everything out.
I'm gonna do a -35 then to account for my bonus and the thing, so I don't have to just change the
Sure.
modifier.
That's perfectly fine.
Special use, no special use. I don't think that rolled. Hold on. Medicaid.
Oh, there you
Oh
go.
no, it did roll.
A natural 1. A natural 1. Okay. So, Cooney, from now on, you're only going to get a -10 to your Xenos Medicais. Over a matter of time, the more Medicaid tests you do on humans, eventually that last -10 will disappear. It's now you just getting the practical knowledge. So actually sewing up wounds and repairing damage and so on.
Can I add xenobiology basically?
Yeah, you can put that down in your notes. And I'll even give you a number. So when you do 6 Medicais, you'll lose that last negative. So you need to take some more meat shields with you and let them get injured.
Okay.
Or you can injure the meat shields yourself, you know.
Not gonna do that.
Like, come here, bang. Right, let me heal you. But you shot his leg off. It's fine, it's fine.
It's fine. We can rebuild him.
But don't we have a spare from the Medicaid machine? Crazy, it doesn't work like that.
We have a what?
Okay, so I'm just gonna do it like this. Sounds good.
Yep, that's brilliant. So we now move forwards a few days. So you've done the training for your troops. You've done the repairs on the Sky Chicken. You're now on day 182. what would you like to do? I'm going to take you over to the world map, because I don't think you need to be in Izmir exactly at the moment.
Oh, God, my knees. They hurt. They hurt when I twist them.
Well, that comes with old age. You get used to it. Ask this.
It's true. It's true. Actually, I will just put this out there. I am actually quite fit for my age. I do work out, so I'm not as decrepit as some people of my age. I'm still pretty decrepit. I'm not going to try and cover that up.
I started going back to the
So-
gym again recently. I'm feeling the aches and pains of not being to the gym in a long time, and now I'm like,
My
I'm
advice
really
is
that
keep
unfit.
on moving. Don't fall. Don't
Yeah.
ever
Yeah.
stop moving.
I mean, I lost 8 kilos recently in like 2 months, so
Nice.
I never
You
get to
keep
tell
going.
people that because I never lose weight or gain weight. Like I do between a kilo.
Skinny fuckers.
I've been between 69 kilos and 71 kilos for the last decade. It doesn't, like, I can still wear my prom suit. So fucked a lot of you. I can still fit into that bastard nicely.
I have the problem with I started throwing after I graduated, so I just would rip them apart by my shoulders. My shoulders
Yeah.
became a lot wider. Surprising how much wider my shoulders got by starting to row.
yeah, rowing, swimming, those will do it.
Yeah, no, you get into like a natural T kind of position where your shoulders get bigger and your waist gets thinner, you know. But now that we're
Anyway,
onto the map, so you have some missions and some things that you can do. Again, it also depends on what you guys want to do. The main combat missions at the moment will be in the Screaming Valley and the crashed ship site. I believe you can also go up to your archaeotech facility in the northeast. No, you went to the tech priests not too long ago. I mean, it was a long time ago. Like, I'm like, holy shit, yeah, that was a long time ago in game, but days wise, not that long ago. So what would your next, for day 182? What's your plan?
Remind me again, how fixed is the Sky Beast? Sky Chicken?
It's a -10 to operate it. That's going to remain until you actually get it into a proper repair facility where you could strip everything down and rebuild it. When you first got it, I believe it was a -30. So you've done some really good repairs to it. But most of your
Should
decent
we-
fighters are at the Archaeotech facility. Well,
Yeah.
the Astartes is at the Archaeotech facility. Decent fighters, you know. Well, I suppose you do also have another Archaeotech servitor there.
I'm just imagining that meme of the U.S. military dropping in Freddy Fazbear. Hang on, just link him up to the bottom of the aircraft with a couple of cables and just deploy him that way.
So technically, you could fly the Sky Chicken to the crash site, to the Screaming Valley. I mean, I wouldn't recommend flying directly to the Screaming Valley, but you can do these things. Or if you wanted to go to the Archaeotech facility, you could do that as well. Your main base.
Should we do some recon first, maybe?
Some recon, or we could try and get some extra, get some extras from medium setup so we can get more flame weapons.
Wait,
Like
get
if you want
more-
to burn those ship free.
So if you wanted to make
Ideal.
like a flamer, you could go to your Archaeotech facility. There's enough, it's advanced enough that you would be able to make flamers. That is something that you could
I
do
have a
there.
flamer. It's about the ammo.
Well, the Archaeotech facility also has barrels of promethium. You
Yeah,
do
we
have
have loads of promethium, dude. keep
you
forgetting
do
this.
have enough promethium, and you've got enough of the razor grain, which has the enzyme to break down the crude promethium into refined promethium. You could do that. Has it been long enough? Yeah, I imagine it's been long enough. So you probably have another like liter bottle of promethium that came, crude promethium that came from the Adeptus Mechanicus. If you wanted to
Okay.
make, some extra flame weapons, it's not off the table. If you wanted to go and scout, I don't see any
don't have-
reason why you couldn't.
I guess I would pick up is the heavy flamer or the normal flamer.
That would entirely depend on how long you want to spend making it. To make weapons, it does take some time. It's going to take a few days
Yeah.
to fully fabricate a weapon. If you're doing heavy weapons, I'd need to double check. There might be an extra modifier on heavy weapons. So, if it takes 3 days to make a hand flamer, it takes 6 days to make a basic, it takes 9 days to make a heavy. And then you've got the qualities of them, which add on more days for making. I am going off of 2nd edition Dark Heresy for that, because I know the crafting system better for 2nd edition. And I'm pretty sure Rogue Trader is going to work under similar criteria. Technically, you can actually radio into the Archaeotech facility, because I believe you have a Voxcaster. I think you guys have a Voxcaster, not just microbeads. And the Archaeotech facility has a transmitter, so you can talk to them directly if you wanted them to make you something.
That's also a good point. And I believe the range goes as far as Izmir, correct?
Yeah. So essentially, you can 100% from Izmir to the Archaeotech facility. You can 100% reach them and talk to them. It's like once you get to the Ployne village or the Ployne outpost, that's when it starts. On a really clear day, you might be able to reach them and understand each other. But past that, you need to set up another relay post.
Okay, what about we do a little bit of recon, get used to this thing, because I probably should have spent a little bit more XP making sure I actually have enough to properly pilot this thing.
I will.
One who has a piloting skill.
I will just be careful, because it is going to be very visible. It will be very, very visible.
That's why I'm thinking. That's why I'm thinking rather than going immediately to start scouting the crash site and Screaming Valleys and stuff like that, we head north towards the mining camp and Prim first, because that's if this craft has been seen before, it has been seen in this area. That's my reasoning. So if we go north into the mining camp, see what's happened in the mining camp since we've last left, and then head up to Prim to see what has happened since we last left it. It'll allow us to get used to the actual vessel itself, and to do a little bit of just initial recon, and hell, even start moving things to this location for making another port to our new base.
Sounds good to me.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Sweet. Are you happy enough that we do something like that?
I'm not happy at all, but you can do it, sure. So going completely against what I had actually planned and what I was hoping the group would do. I had like 3 different ideas. You've gone straight on a... But sure. So
What did you think we would do?
no,
You
I
think
didn't
we would
think you were
visit
going
your
anywhere near
face?
for it.
Did you think we would go to the ferry site first?
No,
I
not at all. I thought you'd leave the north out of it and head offset down south.
We'll
But
just
no.
keep going south. But
No, that's fine.
you're completely right. Like we are 100% extremely visible because we're a fucking aircraft. The aircraft has been spotted in the north before. Like
No. Again,
that's
I've
my
got no.
reasoning.
Whatever you guys
Yeah.
do, I will always make happen. But what I have planned and what I've worked on has nothing to do with the north, so it's not a problem. So
Improv, motherfucker.
Yep,
Let's go!
exactly. On the 181st day, you come together as a group as the Izmirians are celebrating, fucking and drinking and feasting. You gather up the resources that you're going to need. You inform the tech priests and the mechanics to get the shuttle ready for a scouting run. So who do you want to take with you? Are you just taking the normal? You're going to take a few Izmirians and Muttermouth and Thomas with you, or do you want to take some extra people in case you want to drop them off somewhere else?
See, that's what I'm kind of thinking. I think we should take a little bit of an excess, not an excess, but like a little bit more than usual, just so. Oh, hey, this is cool. Why don't you guys start taking this apart, and we'll meet up with you guys later.
So you have 3 mechanics, and you have 3 shield sisters who aren't meant to be here.
Okay.
They weren't told they were going to Inbred Land. They were told they were going to a different place.
Oh yeah, we need to drop them off as well. Shit. Well, we can take them with us as well as the designated inbred deployment team.
Sure.
Designated inbred deployment team.
Yeah.
Did.
The Wind Sisters.
The IBD.
Wincest Access Team.
The IBDT team.
Oh god.
Sure, you can do that. So the supplies are loaded onto the shuttle, so you have enough food on the shuttle for 3 days. It's basically basic stuff. It's like dried fish, dried bread, but you've got enough for the 6 Skytarians. You've got 3 Izmirians. So you've got, and with Muttermouth and Thomas, you've got 11 NPCs with you. The Izmirians that you inform that you're taking, are you going to take any officers with you? And all the officers are Anus and the Timmies, basically. I call them officers, but it's very loosely.
Do we have to?
Tribal leader.
It's entirely up to you.
Tribal NCO.
If you
More advanced mob boss.
Yeah, the fact that Heinrich has helped them with like command, and your Izmirians may work a little bit better if they do have someone who's, higher ranked than them.
Oh, I don't get any extra ranks in piloting I don't get any extra ranks in piloting spacecraft or flyer. I just get the basic. Oh shit.
I had that one tech priest, right?
Yes, there is
I
a tech
forgot her
priest here.
code.
Alpha,
1
Gamma,
second.
Delta, or something like that.
AGD.
Alpha,
I
Beta,
had
Gamma. Something along those lines.
Wait, Alpha, Beta, Gamma.
Something like that.
Asian baby girl.
The alphabet lady.
Yeah. Can I train Gamma Delta to be our pilot?
Let
mean,
me just
I stop
see.
laughing so fucking much. I sound like a fucking cackling.
Hey, look, it's perfectly fine. It's a true laugh. It shows that even though we talk about a lot of nonsense, these games are fun. You know.
Oh, definitely. 100 fucking %. Good lord.
I mean, this is the difference between a show and an actual game.
Yeah.
Actual games are shenanigans.
Yeah, I mean, I
Even IRL, you'd be surprised how much shenanigans go on.
Shenanigans, if you will.
So the standard tech priest doesn't come with piloting.
Oh my god.
I'm just seeing.
Hold on. I think I can theory pilot too. Hold on.
Okay, hang on. Because you
And
need flyer or spacecraft, right?
Yeah, and it also depends on how you're flying the ship, as well. I think.
I have pilot flyer. I can fly the ship if I have to, and I can upgrade the flyer.
Which rank?
Currently, I have only a trained, but like I have not spent anything in this, so I have this. If need be, I can upgrade. I have a lot of
I
XP.
can
also
upgrade
get
this as
pilot
well, actually,
flyers.
think about it, so.
So what was that?
I can also get pilot flyers. And I can get it at the +10. Are we rank 6?
We are rank 6.
Rank 6. I could get pilot level. I could get pilot level 10.
Do you have the base level? Also, what pilot is it for?
Flyers.
Yeah, so
pilot.
If you're at your current level, you should have been able to purchase flyer already, or do you have it already?
Okay, so here we go. Pilot. How is it put here?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
So I do think that you have to get like 3 negatives or 4 negatives in flying before you crash. Like if you just get 1 negative in flying, you don't immediately hit the floor. So you are.
I can.
Right now, I roll at a 50.
I can roll. I can get pilot flyers up to +20 already if I want to, and I have the
Good
XP
lord.
for that, so I'd be flying at a 16.3 because I have not upgraded my agility.
I have 53. That's it. So you know what? Fuck it. All right.
I also
if you have the XP
upgrade
for it,
my
go ahead.
agility.
But at the same time, do we really want to trust the tower?
I mean, I am a Tau, and I am a good guy.
Don't you have a problem with depth perception though?
That's why we need to plug the helmet in.
Isn't that a bit of a problem when you're flying? Like, I think we're low on health. Yeah.
I don't.
Is that a tree?
I don't
or
have that issue.
Fair enough. So.
Do you want me to? I can get this right now.
I would recommend you get it in because no one else has got +20 in it with high agility.
I have a base of I have a trained, so I have the flat level, and I have a 53 in it. That's without the fucking negative. So without the bonuses to pilot.
+10.
Remember, there's a -10 to flying as well.
Yes.
Wait,
Cooney, you get it. That way I can shout at you to negate the -10.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm just sitting behind you. Do it.
The synergy.
You know what? I can upgrade agility very cheaply too, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna upgrade my agility by 2 pips. So that is
another +10.
Yep.
There you go.
So
you will outfly me, but I still have a backup fly of 55.
But I don't think it's a problem with you multiples of you having flying and piloting for ground vehicles because you have so many vehicles now. Yeah. It's not a negative.
I now have
guys, we can have a convoy.
You can. Well, you had a convoy earlier. You had the car and the truck.
Yeah, we did. But we can have even
Convoy.
more convoy.
If you got the herd beast as well, it'd be even bigger.
We need an 18-wheeler.
Well, you
We
actually have
used
a
to have a
boat,
boat
so you
too.
could do a land, air, and sea convoy. It'd be a bit weird.
I just realized I
join the convoy.
I had just realized I had forgotten to update my bonus to stuff. So my intelligence bonus was low, my agility bonus was low, my perception, my willpower, everything was low. Yeah, I now have a 53 agility, 53 intelligence, 52 perception, 53 willpower. Yeah, I'm pretty skilled at a lot.
Oh, did you forget to actually do the advances at the bottom?
No, I've been clicking those, but the little box with the number on the side, you have to actually click them too. The agility
Oh, yeah, the
bonuses.
bonuses. Oh, yeah.
You got to
you
update
have
them.
to click those too. I forgot to
Oh, don't
update
forget to
those.
update that on your combat as well, because I think it's the initiative one has to be updated
Yeah,
as well.
initiative does.
Initiative? Where is initiative?
Go on to the combat, go on to the
Oh no, they
right-hand
changed it.
side.
Never mind. No, they've changed it so it actually just defaults to your bonuses now,
Agility
rather
bonus,
than
yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, it didn't before, but
That's yeah.
I
Oh.
think I
Hang
have
on, do you have
like,
lightning
hold on.
reflexes?
I'm pretty sure I do though. Hold on, let me check.
If you have lightning reflexes, it's actually a drop-down selection for it, so you roll twice, take the highest.
yeah. I think they also have
Oh
one
no,
for
lightning
custom.
reflexes just double two in this.
I
Yeah.
think they also have a custom one for when Kalindra had the problem with having 3 times agility bonus. You can now add that in, because that's under custom, I think.
I don't have like
No, that was with Kalindra, because we had that problem originally where she had.
No. I meant something completely different. Sorry.
Oh, sorry then.
I said I
presumed-
don't have lightning reflexes.
okay.
I just default. And yeah, like Kalindra had to do the plus ×3. Yeah, she was kind of fast.
Yeah, which broke the game because you could only do +2 originally.
Yeah.
But the new sheets you can do it at +3. So yeah, you inform. Are you taking a Timmy? So you got 12 NPCs. Okay.
Let's take a Timmy.
So, the night before you leave, as the celebrations are going on, you pick out your crew and you gather everyone, and food is provided on the ship. The next.
Wait, how many ones should I have?
Oh, you've got to sort that out yourself. I don't know.
Because it says 1d5 plus interrogation, then it's a 3, then plus toughness bonus.
No,
equals
so
6. I
you
don't have 6.
no,
It should
you
be a lot
would have to
more.
look at you'd have to look at the Tau specifically under the Tau creation, how many wounds they start with, and your wounds shouldn't have changed unless you had sound constitutions. So your wounds shouldn't have gone up since you created your character, because your
They
wounds.
also go up with my toughness bonus increasing.
I don't know about
no, your
that.
wounds do not increase.
Yeah.
Your wounds only increase at character creation with your toughness.
Or if you
And,
get sound constitutions, which gives you +1 wounds.
That's why having a high toughness at the start of the game is good, because you get more wounds to start with.
Yeah.
Fair.
You also now resist bleeding out better.
Yeah. That's what your toughness helps with. As you level it up, it'll save you from bleeding out.
I do have sound constitution +1, so.
Oh well,
maybe
there
I
you
just
go.
forgot.
I have 3.
An extra wound.
I'm actually buying another one as we speak because I want more health.
Dude, with Magnus, I spent 1,000 XP just to get 5 extra health. I was like, fuck it, I need it. I'm a frontline melee fighter. I need to be tanky and soaky. So you gathered up your NPCs. You told them all there's an extra celebration because the Izmirians, the sky chicken is going up again, and there's revelry and excitement in the community. The next morning you wake up and
play the opening tune of the Mechanicus game.
There's ominous music playing as Cray moves towards the sky chicken, blessing it. And the other tech priest comes along and starts blessing certain components, doing secondary checks and making sure everything's working. As Cray, you'll be in the engine bay for the Sky Chicken. That's where you were when you originally took off, where you can control the power outlets and give bonuses if things go wrong. Cooney, you get into the cockpit and learn, refresh yourself with the controls and, maybe get some advice off Cray. As he's like, you pull back to go up, or you pull down to go this way, and so on and so forth.
I don't.
You have to learn the controls.
Yeah, I don't think I'd think it would be more along the lines of you have to push this button to start the engine, you have to click this, and then this, and then the other 300 buttons there are in the cockpit because this is a human made.
I don't know why you keep clicking on this. You don't need to click on this. He's the GM.
I keep getting poked. I don't like it.
I will sit
Sexual harassment.
I will sit on the co-pilot seat anyway because
you
I'm the
can't.
only other person who's actually flown this thing. What?
You can't.
Why not?
Because the co-pilot seat is filled with other conduits, and because remember, the ship has doubled the amount of systems. It still has doubled the amount of systems.
Right.
So you can stand behind Cooney in like the doorway to the cockpit, and you can support yourself fairly well. If you crash, you're fucked, but you can support yourself in the doorway and yell at Cooney and so on.
If you die, I'll kill you myself.
The Izmirians have all gathered for this historic occasion as Cooney goes through the pre-flight checks and powers up the engines. There's quite a bit of smoke as the engines come online. Everything is in the green, whereas before everything was in the orange and possibly red. Everything is green. The Izmirians are paraded onto the Sky Chicken. The rest of the community is cheering their glorious heroes. The Timmy that's been selected is waving and ecstatic of the great adventure they're about to go on. As I'm sure Heinrich, gives a noble wave and gesture towards his people.
Doing that classical, really posh wave where I'm not waving.
Oh yes, the royalty wave, the turning of the wrist, not the waving of the hand, the turning of the wrist. The off ramp is closed. The ship is sealed. As maybe Cooney has a little, please, for the greater good, look after my ass. You start powering up the engines. The whole craft shakes violently. Black smoke shoots out of the engines. The Izmirians cheer as the Sky Chicken begins to go off into the sky. Cooney, I'd like a piloting check, please.
Do. I am being screamed at, right?
You get a plus 10 from Heinrich yelling at you. So it's just a minus 10 with your plus 10 flat.
It's taking forever for my rolls to appear for some reason, and I don't know why.
Brazil.
You might be lucky.
I'm going to use it.
That's actually. I'm going to tell you now. That's fine. Remember,
that's fine? Okay.
If you get -3, you crash. -2, it's a bumpy ride.
It's not even negative. It's -0.
So if we were in a land vehicle, I think it's -5 degrees. For aircraft, it's -3. Aircraft and skimmers is -3. If we were trying to be stealthy somehow, not a hope. But we still actually managed to fly it.
Of course, there are going to be different modifiers. Like if you were in combat right now, that wouldn't be the greatest roll at all. But because you are leisurely flying, you don't need to re-roll. You're not in any danger. Perhaps as you take off, one engine gives out more power and it tilts and you have to correct. And it's not a graceful takeoff, Cooney. But it's also the first time you're flying a human ship. So you know, it's to be expected, kind of. As you take off, again, it's not graceful. It jerks. It rolls a bit. You've got to get used to the controls. It goes up. But the Izmirians are going fucking nuts as they're engulfed in black smoke. It's also formerly a pirate ship, so it's not going to be the best running craft in the world. I'm trying to think. It is a shuttle. There wouldn't be a cupola. There would be, obviously, Cooney can see out of the front windshield. I don't know if there would be other viewing ports in it, so everyone in the back of the ship is basically in the back of the ship, you know, in a shaking metal box. It's quite loud. Cray, everything's running except it's within acceptable parameters. It's not great, but it's all acceptable. So, you know, no sacred engines need to be thrown at the machine spirit just yet. You take off into the clouds. It probably takes you about half an hour to get to the mining site, where you do, you know, maybe you do a quick circle around the mining site. And I guess Heinrich, who stood in the doorway of the cockpit, can kind of lean over your shoulder, over the rest of the controls and other detritus that's in the way. The mining site, you know, you take a couple of minutes to fly around it. Nothing seems to have changed. You don't see any and you are also flying. But I'm going to be nice. You can take your time, so you don't need to roll. Yeah, nothing's really changed at the mining site. It is how you left it. Maybe there are some rotting bodies and birds eating the carrion that's been left.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Did they have any good furniture there, if I recall correctly?
Any good furniture? There were some parts, like the captain did have an office area where there was a desk and a chair and, you know, off-world, nicer styles.
Part of my idea for this all is, you know, go to the different locations and see like the kind of things we can organize into, like, okay, we're going to take this for our base, or like we're going to like strip this down so we can use the materials or whatever else. But that's fair. We can come back here on the way back. There's just nothing majorly standing out at the moment.
So there would be some stuff that you could loot, like fixtures and fittings and furniture-esque, that you could steal. Well, loot, if you wanted to. It would take you a couple of hours. Yeah, it'd take you a couple of hours, if that, to do it if you wished. But there's not going to be anything of major value. It would just be all aesthetic things.
Nothing that we're going to get like a trade, not trade, what do you call it? Profit factor out of, like.
No.
Not that I'm expecting that, yeah.
No, there'd be nothing of profitable value from there.
Okay.
So do you want to move on to Prim?
Yeah.
Okay. So Cooney doesn't need to roll again for piloting because she didn't land the craft. In fact, it's probably taking you less than half an hour, thinking about it, because from there to there is 24 miles. It's probably taking you about 15 to 20 minutes to fly there, because you are flying at a great speed. You fly again for another 15 to 20 minutes and you get to Prim. Cooney and Heinrich, give me an awareness check. You are quite high up, so I can't really give you any bonuses.
I mean, you can't give us a negative because we're high up either, to be fair.
I could.
Can I see anything from the back or the
No,
side
you're
with my
currently
array?
Craig, you're in the engine bay monitoring all the technological bits. So, and there's no viewing ports, so you can't really see anything. If you were to use your scanner, I'm going to say that it would be stopped by the shuttle itself, by the walls, because they've got to be protective against radiation and other things. So you probably can't scan outside of the craft where you are. There's too much interference. That's the word I'm looking for.
Do either of us get yelled at?
No.
I will.
So
I can't yell at myself.
So for you two, it's just a flat awareness check.
Yeah.
Well, you know. Oh, fucking hell! Jesus Christ!
How about 8 degrees of success and 5 degrees of success?
Yeah, Jesus Christ,
Good
Knuckle
lord.
really wants you to do well this time. Fucking hell. So as you're flying towards Prim, you wouldn't have seen this if you didn't roll so well. It looks as if Prim hasn't been touched, but you catch out of, and again, this is far away. You've literally just got into visual range, and both of you spot movement, and it's definitely people. You imagine it's fetids, but as your craft gets closer, they've taken cover. They've dived into the buildings. They've seen this black smoke coming from and the noise of a craft coming. They dived in for cover. Because you've done so well on your awareness checks, you can see, perhaps Cooney sees the bushy tail of one of the fox fetids darting in. Perhaps Heinrich sees one of the wolf type fetids that jumps, through a window to try and take cover from. You can see that there are people there, but they are hiding from you. It's up to you if you want to set down to, say hello and let them know that you're not a fucking enemy. But yeah, there are definitely people there. They've definitely taken cover. The town, as you're spinning around just to have a look at it doesn't look like much has happened since you were last there, but what you do notice is a couple of they use fishing boats. Yeah, it's a fishing village. You can see that there's a few extra fishing boats, which we're talking rowboats here, very primitive. And maybe you can see that there's fishing nets that have been hung up, ready to be used, which weren't there before or were damaged before, but now they've been put back into place. The town hasn't been fixed. It still looks as if there's been combat there, but it's from when you were last there.
Yeah, from when we got the shit shot at us.
Yes. So if you want to set down, you can, and say hello. If you just want to scare the shit out of them and then fuck off, you can as well.
We should probably. Oh, go ahead.
I'm just going to say, because I don't know them technically, I'm just going to point them out and go like, movement downstairs. They seem to be furries, like, well, not furries. They seem to be
Fetids.
locals, like fetids, and I'm going to point at. Kind of forgot their names. Our furry buddies.
Thomas and Muttermouth.
Our pet.
Yeah, I'm gonna say they look like our pets, Thomas and Muttermouth, but
okay. Yeah, I spotted them as well. We should probably at least make them aware that it is now us in the sky, chicken. What do you say we can take this down, at least a safe distance away from the town?
Actually, does this ship have any, I don't know, phone basically?
I have a megaphone.
Yeah, because I could technically do flyby-ish.
Yeah, there's no external communications, like you don't have speakers on the outside of the craft to say, hello, there's none of that.
I don't need a speaker when I have a megaphone.
You could technically
did
put
not
it
hear
into
you.
hover mode, lower the ramp, and then Heinrich could come out with his megaphone and go, "Hello, furry friends! It is me, Heinrich."
Yeah,
You know.
that's actually what I was thinking. Just
Hello.
slowly fly by.
Hey,
Hello?
Abby.
Abby. Just slowly
Just
hover
listening.
and just, But then again, that would be dangerous.
Technically, yes. I don't believe shuttles are designed to VTOL.
I mean,
like for they, when they're going down and landing, sure they can
majority
VTOL.
of them are VTOLs now.
No, I mean to actually sit there and hover in place. I know they do VTOL in up and down takeoff, but for this type of shuttle, to sit there at a level position will require a test.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Craig, can you just grab my belt with one of your fucking mecha dendrites so I don't immediately fall off? This is another way of stabilizing me when I'm on the rear ramp.
Do we have magnetic boots?
No, unless you found them at one point. No.
Do I? I found a lot of weird clothing that's really
You have some
situational.
boots for stomping out mutants that you found
Oh yeah, the
them a couple of
Mercuries.
turns ago. Episodes.
That literally provides armor for your legs as well, by the way.
But yeah, I don't think you have mag
Boots
boots.
so thick they actually are bulletproof.
Wait,
Hey,
who had found the Astrian drop thingy?
Was that Cray?
Astron what?
The
You're
grav
talking
chute.
about the anti-gravitic chute.
Is it the anti-gravitic chute?
Or
Yes.
anti-grav chute. I can't remember if someone found that or if we were talking about that just out of...
Because
I remember we talked about it. We definitely talked about it. I know that. It was like 3 episodes ago. But I don't know if you found them or if we were talking about them. Yeah.
Because I think I remember us saying that we had found that because I remember when you were describing it, I think Getty said it was the Elysian troops.
Yeah. And then we also
thing,
had it
and I
in...
mentioned,
We also had it in Rogue
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Only War as well.
yeah, because
I know
the
Cray
Astrians
can
do.
technically jump out the back of it if it's not too high and he can float down because he's got anti-grav.
Yeah, but that's a built-in.
Yeah.
But Cray, if I grab onto you, you are now my personal anti-grav shit.
So if you want to VTOL and then have Heinrich step out, Cooney, I am going to need you to do a piloting test.
Do you guys want me to do that?
Or you can land.
I think we should just land.
I think
Okay,
we should
well,
just
well,
fly by.
Look,
What will we-
this
what
side.
will-
Listen,
What will
Alvin,
we do
you have to
downstairs?
respect this is Persona, okay? Come on, these but I'm sorry.
Okay.
You do realize you will kill us.
Yes. Lightning strike.
Oh, look! A chaos demon just appeared.
Oh,
What's that
who
thing
put
that
this
killed
mutant-
Cutter? What's that thing that killed Cutter? That thing appears.
Oh, the chaos spawn.
No, it was the
Oh.
the jump trooper Astartes. It was the
Oh,
raptors.
the raptors. Oh god, that's right.
They appear.
No! Hey man, I have a ship I can crash into him, so
Or the Drake appears.
Oh god, not the Helldrake.
Tail Drake. That's the
I have
one.
enough with the Helldrakes and Black Crusade. Good lord.
So are we going to land and just let them know
Yeah,
it's your ship?
I will land and
Okay.
I will land and
Land it
I will
is.
ask Cooney to land. Sorry, and we'll approach them and do the usual. Hello, my friends.
So, Cooney, you've got all the time in the world to land, and you don't have to keep it in VTOL and fight the craft. So you don't need to roll this time to land. It's not an emergency. It's not in combat. So you bring the craft down. It's a bit of a bumpy landing, you know. Your whole depth perception doesn't help. The fact that the instruments don't really tell you exactly when you hit the... You touch down a little bit hard. Little bit. There's a bit of a jerk. I'm going to say that you've got the back of the ship facing the town. So as you put it onto standby, you kill the engines. The ramp opens up. I'm probably going to say that as Heinrich, leaves the cockpit, informs people, hey, we're at Prim, we've seen some things, or the rest of the group heard that you said where you were going and seen. I'm going to say that Muttermouth and Thomas are stood at the ramp as it lowers down, with Heinrich and whoever else is there. So at the very least, whoever's watching the craft land sees that there are some fettits on board.
Yeah, I certainly would not hide the fact from I do the whole pilot thing, talking about the vistas and stuff that we're currently seeing.
This is excellent because I was about to say, oh, we could go to the Emperor's Sanctum and see if we can salvage that fucking laser shit they had on the roof.
The anti-aircraft gun. Yeah.
Yeah, the fucking anti-aircraft laser cannon fucking gun they had. What, like a fucking las cannon array built into one gun.
I'm sure they wouldn't mind.
I mean, they weren't there last time we saw them, so.
True. It could be abandoned. So the ramp lowers. I imagine. I imagine it's Heinrich, Muttermouth, Thomas, Cray, and as the craft is powered down a few minutes later, that Cooney comes out the back. The Izmirians follow behind.
Language.
As the Fettits see two more Fettits, and let me just give a D100 to see if they if any of them recognize. Yeah, sure. So craft opens up, you start to walk down. The Fettits make themselves known. There's probably about 15 or 20 of them who pop out from inside of buildings and come out of doorways and, again, make themselves known. They greet you warmly as a group. Yeah, perhaps the one of the Fox ones is one of the ones that you guys met at the Emperor's Sanctum. So they greet you by name because you ate with Muttermouth's family, quote unquote. So they do know you, but they do question who is this other one that's with you, because they haven't met Cooney.
Oh yeah, you got 2 flags, don't you?
I will introduce myself.
It's also the armor.
Oh, that too.
I will be introducing myself. I'll be doing the bells and doing the whole courtship.
Yep.
Ahoy.
They greet you all warmly. They were very shocked to see a craft billowing smoke in the sky.
I will motion to slap it to like yeah, we got this. As I'm about to hit it, I'm not gonna do that just in case.
It's in case it falls off.
Just very, very, very clearly, just sitting there like by one of the VTOL engines. I'm like, yeah, we got it. Yeah, we got this. Like slowly putting the hand back down, like at my side. It's like, yeah.
There's a tech priest right next to you. Don't slap the machinery.
No, I'm afraid it's gonna fall off. I don't care if it's. I'm gonna just ask the tech priest to put it back on again. I just don't want it to fall off and must be stuck here for another day or two.
I'm more afraid of offending the machine spirit.
Yeah, they greet you warmly. There's a moment where they speak Fettit to Muttermouth and Thomas and pass off some information between their comrades, their people. Excuse me. And then they inquire as to how everything's going on your end. Have you had any more problems with the Sky people, the ones that attacked them?
Wait, the Sky people are not the Sky Tower.
Yeah,
right?
not the Sky Tower, the pirates, the ones that came from the sky and were enslaving them and so on and so forth, attacking them.
We killed them.
Yeah, we have vacated their camp, as I'll motion behind me in the general direction of the mining camp. Their leaders lay dead, and what little pirates are left are probably scattered. In fact, we took their sky beast. Sky chicken, sorry.
The Fettits seem quite impressed. They inform you that since they last saw you, they know some of their people have gone to your new outpost. They believe it's called Ployne Town or Ployne Settlement. But they were sent over here maybe 3 weeks ago, maybe a bit more, to try and reclaim this area and to basically get food back into the Fettits' control. They say that some things have changed. There's been a meeting of the elders, and things are not so peaceful at the moment. There's dissent amongst the ranks. Nothing. There's not going to be a civil war or anything, but there's definitely things are diplomatically tense or socially tense within the Fettits' stronghold. Many of the younger ones, and you would notice that all of these.
The word you're looking for.
So what was that, Albie?
Heard it here for us, folks. There's gonna be a civil war.
It's polarizing the word you're looking for.
Yeah, polarizing. The younger ones are all more interested in reclaiming, whereas the older ones are more, we need to prepare, things could go very bad again, like last time, kind of a deal. And most of the ones here are younger ones. You don't see any of the like before there was a wolf bloke who had lightning claws. You don't see that bloke. You don't see any of the named characters from the Emperor's Sanctum, but you do kind of recognize some of them.
It's those rebellious youths.
Yeah.
Okay. Did they say they were sent here, or they just decided to come here themselves? Is that part?
No, they were sent here, but they were sent here by, I believe her name is Anna. So the youngest of the Fettit elders.
Yeah, the psychic cats.
Yes, psychic cats. Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
They were seedling cats.
I can't really say they weren't. They aren't. Kind of are psychic cats. Where the fuck is the Oh, Emperor's Sanctum. There it is.
Yep.
I could have actually just gone onto the Fettits page where I have everyone's names written down. It is Harmony was the old elder, and oh god damn it, where is she? She's disappeared from the Oh no, there she is. She's over with you. Sorry, it's Holly. It's Holly, the elder's apprentice, the youngest of the psychic cats.
We probably should ask: is there any other updates from the Fedids? We're aware there. You've just made us aware of the potential schism, but is Harmony still with us in a polite way? We know she was coming to the end of her. Or at least she was getting rather old and sickly even last time we saw her.
Yeah.
She was getting rather decrepit.
Yeah.
Rather
kind of musty.
They, with a lot of respect and a lot of with a lot of respect and dignity, maybe not. They say that she's still with us, but her time is not long now. She is bedridden and close to the end. The Medicaid facilities cannot prolong her existence much longer.
I will bow my head of that. Mutter just a short prayer to the Emperor. I will keep her in my thoughts.
They thank you for your kind words, and they will try to pass on your thoughts and prayers. Go the American thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers. I'll change my profile picture to a cat.
Changing my profile picture to the picture of a cat.
Yeah, a picture of a cat with a magician's hat.
I actually have one of those in my table right here.
Do you know what? I actually have an NFT of that.
Wait, you still have NFTs?
I have 2 NFTs, and someone actually tried to buy it off me for $10, and I only spent $2 on it. I said no, and then I put it out for $120.
Jesus Christ,
Yes, you had like a 5 times return on investment. That way you will never get your diamond.
Yes, but if he gets it for $110, he'll get even more return on his investment.
To be honest, I just wanted to put it up for sale to see how it worked, but I don't know. Look, I bought them for $2 and I think $3 because I was like, why not? I should have actually. I was going to buy some Trump ones because I could have bought some for like $2 and $5. And I was like, nah, he'll never become president again. I probably should have done now.
Yeah, back when he was. Has he done his crypto scam yet? So I think there was talks about a fucking like crypto scam. Actually, let's not get into this. Fucking.
We have a game. Let's play the game.
This is true. This is true.
So real life to real life.
One thing I was actually kind of curious about, with how we were last here, if you all recall, with the pirates who had piled everything into the fucking center of town to be stolen, along with corpses and everything else. What happened when you returned here? What did you find or come across?
So after the pirates entered into the forest and you guys did your big attack on them, this is when Unit was still with us, they said that basically they went back to Prim to basically bury their dead. They came back to grab what supplies they could, put their dead to rest. Then they abandoned Prim. Then they abandoned, kind of, the Emperor's Sanctum. They left basically a skeleton crew there just to hold on to the facility or the area. Many of them went back up to the Archaeotech facility in the north, they might actually let me, because they might let something slip here. So I want to go on to the UFOP facilities.
Do you want us to roll anything?
Nope. So it's the genetically engineered, it's the Titan hangar. Did they have another name for it? No. I don't think they have that's the Emperor's Sanctum. So, would they call it something else, or would they let some? I'm going to have to roll a D100 here to give them, because they're not exactly 100% sure on what's been. 44 is not okay.
Hang on.
So,
can I roll blather? I don't have blather. Never mind. Do I not have blather?
They
Do I not have blather?
inform you that they, from the Emperor's Sanctum, they returned to the shipwrights. And that's where the elders were discussing what the next move of the Fetid should be, and to inform the other elders about a new rogue trader who had come, and so on and so forth. But shortly after that, many of the younger Fetids, the Fetids don't really like the cold. To put that out there, they're not a big fan of the cold. Many of the younger Fetids, realizing that they need supplies, they can't just stay in a barren iceland. They returned to the Emperor's Sanctum shortly after you guys set up the Ployne outpost, Ployne village. They got word of this, and some of them went to assist you guys with setting up your new place.
Oh, nice.
Then shortly after reconnecting with you guys and building, they then decided that it would be a good idea to see if they could reclaim the Prim fishing village. So by this time, the mining camp was still in operation. So they didn't send many people. They sent a few people just to scout it out, to see if it was. And as a couple of weeks went by of hearing, we don't see that much movement, no one's really there, you guys had basically attacked the mining settlement. Then they moved back in to Prim to start fishing, to start gathering more resources, so on and so forth. So they never saw you leave with the Sky Chicken the first time. They reclaimed it in the in-between time of you clearing out the mining camp and you doing everything else. So they never saw the craft leave originally. And that's why they were so, as soon as they saw the Sky Chicken, they darted into cover. As soon as they saw something was wrong, they took cover and you'll notice as you see the ones that are around here, they're all very quick, very agile. They are not the frontline fighters of the Fetids. If they needed to flee, they could, and quickly. So they're very grateful that you've taken out the mining camp. And they said they're going to inform the Emperor's Sanctum that the mining camp has been removed of the people from the sky, the slavers.
Hey, we did it good.
It's all kind of shocking considering I'm making a lot of this up as like.
Yeah.
As like,
I think you're surprising yourself at the same time.
I had parts of this planned out, what they were going to do and how, when and where, but yeah, I've had to speed it up a little bit.
You didn't realize you're going to have to bring it out so soon.
No, I spent time like building the mining the Screaming Valleys and other bits.
And then we now have a flying ship. Get ready for crazy.
You do. I do actually need to make more maps for the crashed Tau ship, or I've got to go into the world of imagination, one or the other. I'm not a big fan of the world of imagination sometimes. I do like maps. I like maps for tabletop RPGs and for navigating.
Don't like the Twitter maps.
I don't like the men attracted to children maps. They can burn in hell and die.
Persons, they can go fuck themselves.
With a razor-bladed dildo, yes, they can.
I took a while to understand where you guys were going with maps.
Yeah.
I was like,
I'll never watch Dora the Explorer there ever again.
There's so many cool guys that's actually so, RPG maps online. Talking about
Not
navigation and RPG map. Yeah, not a problem. Not a problem. It's sad that we've come into a day and age where we need to. Although I am on the internet, so that's also why I like to clarify. I don't want a clip being taken out. I like maps. Then they just put some dirty old man looking at children. No. Yeah.
You goy bastard. Oh, no, I don't want to be paranoid. I'm not paranoid. Am I?
I am a little bit. It's the whole reason why I'm going on holiday by myself, and I'm not going on holiday with my mum, my dad, my brother, his girlfriend, and my niece to a family fucking resort.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm paranoid about being around. No, I'm a single man. I don't want to be around families. No, go away. Be gone.
Just bursted into the hotel. Where are the lady boys? And he's sitting right there. What's a lady boy?
Look, this is the internet. This is not when I go to Thailand.
Uncle, what is the lady boy?
I've now got to clear this up. We do have some viewers who do comment every now and then. I'm gonna get all these comments. I didn't know you bent that way.
Hey, it's your fault for going there. I'm just quietly waiting for us to get back to the game.
You posted the fucking video, or not video. You posted the fucking picture of you in the fucking in the district,
because they were showing photos of. Admittedly, I was in the wrong chat room. They were doing they were doing anime lady boys, katoi, fucking transgender, whatever you want to call them. And I was like, oh, well, I'm in Thailand. I can get photos with actual ones. And I paid them all like 100 baht to get a photo with them. I was like, there you go, here's 100 baht. Thank you. Photo, thank you. There you go, thank you. And then someone had a go at me because I posted real photos in the anime section.
Dude, you're not supposed to post pictures of yourself on the internet. Meanwhile, you were shit-faced posing for pictures with fucking...
I was really drunk. I got a whole, I ended up going to a bar that had, shut for the night. They were all getting ready to go and eat or go and party, and I was like, oh, sorry, can I please get a photo with all? Here's 100, here's 100, here's 100. Look, I'm a generous person. I'm not just one of those cunts who takes photos for nothing. Here we go, smile, cheese. There you go. Posted online, and I got yelled at. Oh, fuck you then.
I'm just assisting the local economy.
I am. I was being generous and helping the locals.
So, let's get back to the game before I get to
is one of you connected? Is one of you watching the stream now? Because I've just noticed someone started watching when we started talking about this.
I am not.
I'm not.
God damn it, look. Whoever's watching, you know what you've seen. I'm going to be really upset if the viewer count just starts rising. He's done talking about anyone. Anyway,
This motherfucker.
So
what can I say? Welcome to the jungle.
What
can I say except you're welcome?
So they pass off some information. There's some gratitudes placed towards you. They ask you if you need any supplies as you're here, and you've kind of done them a favor. They have some fish and some like seaweeds and other edible things from the sea that they can provide you if you need it. Technically you don't, but they're offering what they have.
We will be benevolent and allow them to raise their village. Do you want some slave labor? Do you want some assistant labor?
They
drop
say
off like 2 or 3 of the Izmirians if they want, like assistance.
they say
manual
that
labor.
they've got enough labour for supplying the Fetits, but if you wanted them, for example, to trade with Ployne Town, to send fish and other resources there, they could probably use some extra help. But if you're not in dire need for food and so on, which you're not actually in dire need of those resources.
I mean, they don't have to know that. Having them work with us and while sending stuff like that builds, rapport.
Well, it's only because
trade.
it's only because you'd need to leave extra. You'd need to give them some Izmirians if you wanted to increase the amounts that they're sending to you. If you don't need them, then you don't need to give up your Izmirians.
Sure.
We have loads of Izmirians. They literally like fucking breed like rabbits.
Also
Literally.
They have mentioned, so at the moment they're able to supply you with a lot of medical herbs from the forests, wood from the forest, and basically anything from the forests they can give you an extra supply of, and they are trading for Ployne wine. That's the main resource that they're kind of trading with Ployne Village for, is Ployne wine and Ployne spirits.
So our very slow plan of getting everyone fucking hooked on Ployne hooch is slowly coming to fruition.
Yes, it is.
If you fucking remember that old ass plan of getting like the Fedids dependent on alcohol.
Yes, it is working.
Okay. You know what you've mentioned there, like if we drop off some Izmirians here, they can set up a little bit, and they can start trading as well as getting like more, like it's even closer to more wood and stuff like that. They can start building their own shit. Yeah, fuck yeah. All right. I'm gonna start marching back and like, all right, you and you and you and you, not you, you. Should we leave
I
Timmy?
don't like.
So
Let's not leave.
Let's
not leave Timmy. I like Timmy.
Sorry, you have 3 Izmirians, labourers, fighters with you. If you want to leave all 3 of them here, you can. Or you can have Izmirians go from Izmir to Ployne Village, and then the Fetits will walk them through the forest to the Emperor's Sanctum, and then they'll get taken from the Sanctum to Prim.
Okay. Hang on, let me build another road. Wait, how far can you go in the woods again? 16 or 24? Yeah, you can push the. So if we go.
Yeah, you can go 24 because they are going with Fetits who help them move through the forest a little bit quicker.
So we'll say like 20. We'll say 24, and we'll get them out to here, and then. Oh, goddammit. Oh. 24. 4A. There we go. And then line 2. And then I'll mark the little rest spots. Yay, thank you. There we go.
Would you look at that?
Hey! Slowly but surely, we're building up a trade map.
Certainly are. They do.
You know what? Hang on. We could just fucking do another one from here to here, because they can just start. They can just start pulling shit from the mining camp and everything up to Prim.
Well, they were about to ask if the mining camp is no longer. If there's no one at there, do you want? Is it okay for them to claim it?
Sidebar.
I mean, we did claim it by the Iron Right already.
We could loan, and so long as they pay taxes.
I would say if you provide the labor to assist with the dismantling and everything else, we will split it like a fair amount.
So the person you're speaking to will agree that a fair trade should be made. They're not high enough status to make the trade, but they can ensure that someone from the Fetits will communicate with you to negotiate terms and resources and so on and so forth. Obviously, if they provide all the labor, they're going to want more of the resources. But
That's
if
why we're leaving as Mirians.
If it's a 50-50 split of, people who are there, then they're more than happy to discuss fairer terms. Let's put it that way. God damn it, another viewer turned up. The other one told him about the ladyboy conversation and another one has arrived. They're all alike. God damn it. Right, so the next game is going to have to be on a world where it's full of ladyboys, it appears.
Bro,
Bar crawl.
We're gonna have to go on. We're gonna have to do a Dark Crusade one, a Black Crusade one on the Slaneshi world.
Hey, don't tempt me.
Can I have cat ladies?
Someone has shown their true colours. I'm sure we could arrange something like that.
I mean, you do know that Canopus in BattleTech is known for his cat ladies, right? That's like the only furry meme we have in the universe.
Wait,
Is that BattleTech? They have
Yes.
they have cat girls.
BattleTech has cat
Yes.
girls.
Does it? Do you know I started playing Rogue Tech again because they did a new update and they've made Rogue Tech amazing
Oh, nice.
and it works really really crisply now. But no, I didn't actually know that Rogue Tech also had cat ladies because it would have been mentioned. Well, maybe.
It's basically
maybe.
only one piece of art from the 80s that's had a human cross-dressing as a cat.
Dude, there's like a paragraph, if that, on 40k cat girls, and people ran with that for fucking years.
Auxilia.
It
was an Auxilia.
Felinets?
Yes, Auxilia Felinets.
Yeah.
I'd like to point out this is the first thing I see when I type in BattleTech cat girls. That is a cat on a dinosaur with a flying blaha and an anti-tank rifle. Blaja.
See, they don't have dinosaurs in Rogue Tech. They have a lot of mechs, but I haven't had a dinosaur yet. Sad.
Right. Is Rogue Tech the mod for the BattleTech game?
Yeah, it's the a complete conversion for BattleTech, and it is actually really really good. It's a bit shit that they do your starting stuff is all RNGesus, so you have to save scum it to get a decent starting mech. And God damn it, who gave me another like? Motherfuckers!
Thank you.
You keep
Can't you
liking when
customize
we
it?
talk about ladyboys and fucking cat girls.
Ladyboys, cat girls, and
You're from Kid Server, aren't you? I'm gonna get comments in a minute like, how did you know? Like, we know ourselves.
It's just a random fish appears. Hey, I saw that. Oh.
But you were right. I should have actually posted in the. Oh God, is it Corian Discord? What's it called now? No, Astrian Conclave. I should have posted in there. I normally do, but I didn't this time.
You see?
God, another viewer's turned up. Oh damn it! I have to carry on talking about fucking ladyboys and cat girls. The only way to grow your presence online now. Kibbs was right.
Yeah, Kibbs is right.
God,
Because,
who put another like on you, bastard?
Slowly but surely, his tits have been growing.
They have.
If you
They
watch the
have.
streams.
Like he's got a fucking
Wait.
pump there, pumping up his avatar's tits. More viewers, more tits, more pumps.
Bro, the things. Someone takes that out of context, man.
I don't. But to be honest with you,
I could jump in now and clip that, actually.
Dude.
look, there's so many clips that you could take from me streaming that would be very, very bad out of context. But I've accepted it now. This is my fate. So,
Just to ask our opinions on China.
we could also talk about the orange man with little hands, but you know,
Oh god.
we probably shouldn't.
I mean, I'd rather go to China.
Oh, I just realized. Complete tangent, bringing us back on track. By the way, if we use the laborers, we can actually expand the tunnel we have in the old ruins, meaning we have a way to bypass
You could.
this whole shit.
Yeah, you could. You could indeed.
Then why don't we do that?
We're going to. Right,
You-
I'm definitely
you
dropping
can.
off more Izmirians, and I'm going to go get more Izmirians. Also, we're going to tell more Izmirians to meet you at the Ployne village. Yeah, like we're more than happy to do that trade if you will provide some assistance for the breaking down of the mining camp. As long as it's a fair trade, we do request slightly higher percentage because we are the ones that spilt blood to get it. But I'm sure that will be acknowledged.
So
I don't think.
they will send a representative who is in a position where they have the power to make these deals, and they'll, like, as you're talking, one of the Fetid says to one of the other ones, and you see them take off into the distance. Like, they send that message immediately.
Okay.
They said if
Do
you
you know
can provide
how
some.
long?
Yep, go ahead.
How long would it take for your realistically for your representative to actually get to this village or this town? Like 2 days, 3 days?
It's going to be more like 5 days.
Okay, so we can meet you back here for 5 days for negotiations, and by that time we'll be able to provide a bit more Izmirians and stuff as well to assist.
They inform you that they will send their representative will be in Izmir. They'll send a representative to
go to
Izmir
Izmir.
to meet you. Yeah,
Okay.
because they'll go down to Ployne village and then go along through the valley that looks like they should be. I won't do that again. Yeah, they'll send a representative to Izmir, and they'll wait there for you if you're on a mission or if you're doing something. But it should be within sort of 5 days, 5 to 6 days.
Perfect. You know what? I'm actually glad I spent some of my XP and leveled up my bartering skill.
But sure, yeah, they're happy to make that
Are
deal.
you leaving some ancestors or not?
No, your ancestral brethren are going to stay with you for now, and they'll get some from Izmir. I mean, technically, you are in range. You can send a message to Izmir, to the tech priest, and she can begin preparations.
Oh, I'll be back in a second.
So that's not a problem. That can all be arranged. Again, a Fetid has been sent off to deliver the message. So as this takes an hour. There's a bit of greetings. They probably even break out a bottle of Ployne wine to share, to drink to this happy occasion. As the rest of you get back into the ship, there's not really much else to discuss. So, Cooney, can I get a piloting test as you take off into the sky again? I'll be generous cause Heinrich's just left. You can get the +10 from him shouting at you. I really do find it hilarious that the whole talk of cat ladies and lady boys, our viewership did go up, and I'm like, oh, what? My next tabletop RPG may have to be very, very different. So you haven't got any.
Just like your philosophy.
Yeah.
Unironically, nuns with guns. Let's go.
Nuns with guns, but there's going to have to be some lady boys with guns as well.
I mean,
Ladyboy
you've
nuns with
already
guns.
found the soundtrack.
Ladyboy cat girl nuns with guns.
I mean, technically, we already have the game too.
Yeah.
Look, you're going to have to leave some comments if you want nuns with guns, but they're actually ladyboy cat girls with guns.
Ladyboy cat girls.
If you get my subscriber base up enough, I'll fucking do it. Don't I fucking will. It'll be a weird one, but I'm sure I can work something out. So
50 subscriber special.
yeah, subscriber special. So we're going to say that Cray, you get on the comms and you send a message to your tech priest in Izmir, informing her of a possible need for more labour, just to prepare them. As Cooney takes off into the sky once more, it's still a bit shaky. There's still a lot of smoke that gets billowed out as you all head to your archaeotech facility on the island.
Really wish we could fix this ship. It's gonna be so nice to fly this when it's actually nice and dandy.
So, what you should have seen when you first went here, because you were meant to use the ship the first time. So, as you take off into the sky, because last time they went by boat, not by ship. As you take off into the sky, you come off the coast, and for Cooney and Heinrich in particular, you can see there are a number of islands in the distance, but there's a group of islands that are completely surrounded on the ground level by sea mist. It's almost impenetrable. But as you're so high up, you can see above the sea mist. You fly over it and you can see the archaeotech facility. But as you get close to it, you get a communications from your Voxcaster on the ship. It is in Tequalingua, which also, did you know Tequalingua actually exists in our world today?
Yeah.
It's called Gibber Speak, and it's how AI speak to each other. It already exists, and AI created it. I was so happy when I saw that. I was like, the tech priests will do, the Deptus Mechanicus will rise. Not too long now.
You do realize since it's the AI doing it, it's not the tech priest, right?
Well, no. It's proven that language exists.
You dare assist the abominable intelligences in their ways to communicate?
There you go.
You sure that they're in the binary box because there are no abominable intelligences?
In our universe right now, I imagine they're being created.
Well,
they're growing.
That's the thing. Binaric chatter is already a thing. Gibber Speak, that one there that's kind of going around recently, is it's a visualization of a type of binaric speech or binaric communication.
Yeah, but when you hear the two, like, so it's Siri and Alexa talking to each other, okay, and they ask, shall we go to Gibber Speech? And they go, and it sounds like how the tech priests would speak to each other using binaric. Because again, they've all got their vocal cords removed so that they can speak in this language. So I was just like, oh my god, that's how tech priests talk to each other. There's chirping. Oh, what, the beep? So my TV was going to shut down. I had to press a button to stop it from shutting down.
Oh, okay.
You'll hear that every so often in the videos if you wonder what that is in the streams.
Never realized that. Holy crap.
Yeah, it's my TV. So yeah, you get a binaric message, which Cray, you can automatically just reply to it. And it's just them asking, approaching craft, identify yourself or be destroyed. And you give your designation. And they basically inform you, you know, defense system shut down, land at these coordinates, blah, blah, blah. And you can pass that along to Cooney. So as you go over the island itself, you'll notice that one of the defense laser batteries, the armored cowl or the armored sheath.
Armored cowl?
Yeah, that is the right word. So basically, it's a heavily armored dome. It opens up. There's no defense laser in it.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
But it's designated for you to land inside of it, and it's more than big enough for you to land your craft in. And as you land, it closes up again, so it's basically an armored hangar. So as you fly in and set the craft down, again, you've got all the time in the world, so I'm not going to get you to roll for it. You set the craft down and you know, power everything down. As you lower the ramp, you will notice it is, I can't remember what her name was, so I've got to go over to the bloody thing. It's Tao, I believe.
Me?
No, the tech priest named Tao. We didn't have a Tao when I made her. Oh no, it's not. No, it's not Tao. Is Tao still at? Oh, Tao must still be at the Titan hangar. So it will be Engine Seer G707. So yeah, Engine Seer G707.
Yeah, because Ty was a because Ty was a, what do you call her?
Let me have a look. Adeptus Mechanicus.
If you go back to the Adeptus Mechanicus sheet or map, because all the ones that came with us are down by our new
So it
sleds.
is Tau Gamma 69 of the Leif Worlds. So yeah,
Hey, nice.
so Tau should be here. You've got Gog Van Deer, you've got later 2T. Oh, I haven't got. Maybe I moved her. Did I move her somewhere else? Oh fuck it, yeah. Well, Tau comes and greets you, making the sign of the Omnisire, as is traditional. I'm gonna have to go over to the Adeptus Mechanicus one and make sure that I have removed Tau from there, or maybe Tau stayed as the informant on the other ones.
Oh,
Possibly. Yeah, we'll stick with 707. So 707 greets you very coldly, as is the tradition of the Adeptus Mechanicus. There's a binaric of, what the fuck is this craft? Does it need medical assistance immediately? The machine spirit seems to be in pain. Oh, maybe.
yes, technically, but
I mean, yeah.
best you can do at the moment.
See, we moved on to the actual game, and the viewer count has dropped. Definitely gonna have to be revised.
I agree that this one needs indication. Needs medication.
There's education there. How the hell are you going to educate a VTOL?
The machine spirit.
So 707 informs you in binaric that servitors will be dispatched to do whatever maintenance they can, or to scan the craft to figure out how it can be treated for its ailments.
Just kidding. How? Just how?
How is it even flying? This is an abomination.
It's not an abomination. It's the sky chicken.
as the
Sky chicken.
I'm just trying to think if we can speed this section up. So you were basically dropping off the shield sisters, and the mechanics here. Did you want to do anything else whilst you were at this facility?
Well, we dropped off the actual skill people now, correct?
Yeah, and the
So
shield
now
sisters.
Mechanics, shield sisters. Okay. I think at the moment I'll go around and get an update on like what's currently happening, and if you two want to go do something while we're here.
I don't think I can stay and learn what they're doing with the ship because that is technically heresy to them. So I think I'll just move out of the way. I'll just stay with Heinrich.
Okay.
I don't have.
So some servitors come in. Perhaps a couple of tech priests come with them, and they begin scanning the craft and doing some bits. The rest of you are kind of led out. G7 is introduced to the mechanics. Cray explains in Binaric what mechanics are, and that they're from an archaeotech facility, that they're the original inhabitants of this world. Very, very knowledgeable, but obviously not inducted into the cult of the Adeptus Mechanicus.
Please don't beat them with wrenches.
Informs
Pay
them
good money to get them here.
that they should be treated as honoured guests
Yes.
by decree of the Rogue Trader.
Yes.
And treated as if they are from a new world being assimilated into the Imperium. Forgive their tech heresy. They're Leif welders, so they heretical as it is. So
Wait, they're Ryzens.
Sorry, yes. Sorry. Oh no, maybe that's why. Sorry, that's why she's not here, because she's Leif. So yeah, she is.
Oh, she's a Leith worlder. Okay,
Yeah, so she is at the Titan hangar. Yeah, Tau is at the Titan hangar because she's Leif. Yes. And it was the other ones from Mars. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
So yeah, G7 is perfectly fine, and informs the tech priests in Binaric, honoured guests from the Rogue Trader. Technically tech heretics, but accidentally treat them with respect. And that the sisters are here to function as a defense force, which is pretty much what they are here for.
Yes.
They inform you that Magos Errant Degrandric is somewhat operational, but is still undergoing
Somewhat.
optimizational programming. If you need to leave him a message, he'll get back to you, but at the moment he's indisposed. The Sky Chicken is filled with promethium, and they'll even chuck a barrel onto the craft, so you don't have to come back here to refuel.
Excellent.
So you should be good for a fair few flights around. realistically, is there anything you want to ask him or want to kind of, sort of requisition from them? Or is this just a flying visit?
I think this is just a flying visit more so than anything else. At the moment, at least.
Okay.
Because our main goal was to drop off the new guys, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
So
So he requests that you spend a couple of hours whilst the servitors do some very basic maintenance and they refuel and so on and so forth. In that time, you're able to show the people of the Sky Tower around the island, and show them the buildings and into the Archaeotech facility. So yeah, there's nothing that you guys want to do other than that. A couple of hours pass and you can all get back into the ship and take off again, which will mean, Cooney, I'll need another piloting check.
This time without the -10?
I don't know, do you have a -10?
Okay. There you go.
I tried to help. It looks like you got the
Yeah.
it looks like you got the -10.
yeah, it's fine. You got this. I pat her on the back.
I'm guessing you don't have the -10 from that.
No, 'cause I actually, because the thing is, I thought the servitors would fix the ship.
No, so for the ship will need to go into a proper maintenance bay and be worked on properly. It's more than a couple of hours.
That's some real wishful thinking.
It's still taking forever for you to roll. But hey!
There we go. So you're clearly getting the hang of the thruster controls, Cooney, which is good because you are leaving through a more narrow exit path, because now you're going through an armored hangar. But you do it perfectly fine. In fact, a little bit more than perfect, because you have 2 degrees of success. So you smoothly fly up and out.
Excuse me, 3 degrees of success, because
So
that's additional.
apologies, 3 degrees plus 1 for succeeding. Where exactly do you want to fly to now? Are you flying back to Izmir? Are you coming a bit closer to the valleys?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, we've already sent the message off to Izmir. We're basically aware that they are using the Emperor's Sanctum again. At least there's a skeleton crew there. We have 5 days before our envoy comes to Izmir, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Can I ask a personal request from Cray and his tech priest friends? If we were to go to the Rogue Trader Monolith, could we get it possibly back online, but coded to my own house rather than the previous house?
Oh.
So the official claim is there, and it is, reusing a relic of the past to assist us.
Yes, that is something you can do. It's not easy to reprogram it. It would be something like a -30 test, but it would also be one of those tests that if you fail, you just hours pass and you do it again.
Fair enough.
So it's not there's not going to be it's not going to self-destruct or anything like that.
Fair enough.
It's a difficult test with very little consequences. Let's put it that way.
I think it's a decent thing for us to do. One, to pass a little bit of time, and two, to like it's another thing that I kind of want to make sure I can do to cement a claim. Essentially, the more legitimacy I have when like we do this shit, the better it's going to be for us in the long run.
Sure. Yep, you can do that. So let's see. So it's probably going to be about an hour, 50 minutes, 45 minutes to an hour flight time. You fly over to the monolith. Can Cooney and Heinrich give me a awareness check, please?
No,
I don't know, can we? Sorry.
Can you succeed is the main question.
I cannot succeed apparently.
Okay,
I
Cooney
can.
does. So Cooney, as you fly over, because I don't think you've seen this before, as you fly over to the coordinates that Heinrich kind of gives you, well, no, Craig gives you the coordinates because he can give you the GPS coordinates and link that to your navigational array. You come up to the area and there's this big tower just sticking out of the ground. It's from a decent distance you can see this thing, and it's really like out of place. As you get closer to it, your communications array on the ship does pick up a signal that's being pumped out by the monolith. You're able to see there was at one point a lot of movement around here. Like a lot of movement. Not so much anymore, and it wasn't so long ago that there was a herd beast. Oh, actually, Cooney, you have seen it. You have seen it before, but you didn't know what it was, because I believe you guys travelled to the Titan hangar past this area not so long ago.
Oh yeah.
So you have
Yeah.
seen it, you just didn't really know what it was. Just a tower in the distance.
Very cool.
So yeah, you can see that the ground has been disturbed. You think, just off the top of your head, that perhaps it's herd beasts, perhaps it's the other creatures on this planet. But as you get closer, you notice that there's what looks like abandoned campsites around the monolith. But there's no activity as of this time. You can set the craft down. I'm sure Heinrich or someone will inform you what was here before.
It's the it used to be the fuck, what the hell do you call them?
I mean,
Shadowkin.
Shadowkin, yes.
I will still mention the findings, like, you know, that there was movement, but like, they tell me that I would go like, oh, okay.
Where's the crazy people? Oh,
And yet you can do a circle of it, Cooney, and you don't see any life forms. There's no. It's abandoned camps, and it's areas where you can see there were fires set up, but not anymore. The ground's been, damaged and so on. But you sit down, and there's no one there that you see. You didn't see any herd beasts, no stampedes coming for your asses this time. You can set down. I'm just trying to think quickly how much time has passed. So you've got like 20 minutes. You spent about an hour there. You spent 2 hours there, an hour there. So yeah, you're like half. You're not even really at midday yet. So as you all leave, there's this massive tower. It's quite ornate, very imperial in construction, and it is giving off it's a beacon. It is giving off a pulse, which would correlate to the former rogue traders' writ. So as the ramp gets lowered, Heinrich, you go off with Cray You have to give Cray your beacon information, basically. So, Cray, as you go up to the monolith, it takes you I'm gonna skip the rolls for some of these bits. You have to scan the monolith to find out where the access panel is. You can just succeed that. You find the access panel. You do your rites and rituals to remove the panel, gaining access to the technological parts inside. Can you give me a tech use test with a -30? You can use any of your bonuses that may apply.
If I can help, I will help.
I will try and help as well there.
Cooney, you can't do much with this. I'm just trying to think. Would it be? Well, I suppose it would be kind of like a really advanced Voxcaster, kind of, sort of. So maybe you can assist Cooney. It is just a.
What my no.
I have also been following him around for a while, and he has been teaching me stuff. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why because it's not Archaeotech, it is just Imperial technology, and like I said, it's basically a big ass Voxcaster, kind of.
Do you consider this a data port?
Yes.
Then I get a +10 from electrocraft use.
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense to me. So your -30 goes to a -20. With Cooney's assistance, goes down to a -10.
Also have a combi tool.
So you're flat. Any other bonuses you want to add?
That's about it.
I shall yell at him if it works.
You get a +10. So a +10 tech use test. You can't actually fail this, I don't believe, but you do need 3 degrees in order to reprogram it. You got 2 degrees. It's going to take you longer. Can you give me another roll? You get the same bonuses again, or you can use a fortune point. It's your choice.
I'll just roll again.
Sure. If only you'd got that one first. So it's going to take you a few hours to reprogram it and to go through the security protocols that are in place to try and protect it from tampering. So yeah, you're looking at let's call it 2 hours because you did really well on the second roll. So it's going to take you 2 hours. But after that, you close it up and it's now giving off Heinrich's household beacon. But then it's at the end, it has his exact designation for it. Because Heinrich's writ is under his household rogue trader writ.
Yeah.
But at the end, it's got his digits at the end. So it is Heinrich's house, but owned by Heinrich himself.
The Yavid house, and currently stationed by Heinrich Theobald Yavid III.
Glorious.
Esquire.
Glorious. So, with that, you enter back into your craft. And I think that is where we're going to end this episode. So in the next episode, you guys can decide if you're going back to Izmir to get any new individuals to assist you, or if you're going to go off and do the crash site or the Screaming Valley. So
Suddenly we end up in the far north looking for the...
maybe the next episode, the group decides to do exactly nothing what I want them to do and go off somewhere else. Wouldn't surprise me, it's happened many times before.
Hey, let's go look at the big whirlpool over here in the northeast.
We've heard
your
that
own
down
fault for
south.
making
we've heard that down south there's an Archaeotech hive city. Let's go and check that out. It's like, no!
Yeah, it has a fucking orbital cannon.
I get flashbacks to our Nullen, or 60 episodes in Nullen.
60 episodes in Nolan. You had planned for 2.
Yeah.
Nolan was a big and cool ship.
Oh.
Yeah, it was, and I had to make that ogre appear because you kept looking for one.
He kept looking for an ogre.
I mean, you talked about an ogre in the sewers.
I did.
Yes.
But it's the funny.
It turned out to be in the fighting pits.
The thing is,
We also killed it super fast, by the way.
you did.
Oh.
So in the
We
book
killed everything
of
super
Nullen,
fast except some rats. No, they weren't rats. What were they that almost killed us?
Rats did almost kill us.
Yeah, rats did almost kill us.
so
It's also the fight against the rats that I discovered I could Jack Sparrow across banisters.
in the book of Nullen for Warhammer Fantasy, it literally says, yes, there's an ogre in the sewers. It doesn't exist. You're just meant to send your group after it to look for it, but it's not there. But you kept looking for it. And I kept feeling so bad. I was like, fuck it, I've got to make this thing real. I can't just be like, oh, it doesn't exist. It's like, fuck it, you're right.
You didn't have to. It could be just a funny gag at the end of the game.
Damn, we couldn't find an ogre in a fucking hay bale.
But it did lead into me being able to get Waldo his first piece of Gromril. So it did work out in it wasn't meant to, but again, that's one of the great things about being a GM. You have to work with the players. So it's like, right, he needs Gromril, they're looking for an ogre, fighting pit, make it happen there. How it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I certainly hope you've all enjoyed this episode and looking forward to future episodes to come and possibly a very disturbing new series that may run at one point. Well, we'll have to see. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, everyone, and as always, bye-bye for now.
Bye.
See ya.